Yeah, we love it. Like, especially with them, like I said, the Challenger, you know, it's a daily. Like, even though we have Hondas, we don't drive our Hondas as dailies, which we special. But we daily this, and like, but with traveling wise, because we have an RV too though. But we prefer, because you can only tow one of the cars with the RV instead of both cars. So because we can't get a trailer because it's not a diesel. So we just prefer to trailer my car with the Trackhawk, which would be way easier. But yeah.
So what y'all do for work?
We rent, like we had an Airbnb. We just sold one of the houses, but we also have the RV we also rent out.
Gotcha. So y'all smart is what you're telling me. You'll make your assets work.
For sure, for sure. Make them pay for themselves, basically. Like we plan on getting a Ram, just to, you know, stay in the Mopar and stay with this. But the Ram's gonna be used for, like, you know, once a month, twice a month, just hauling a load or something.
This isn't gonna put it down, but basically, so there's a very small hole right here, right? That allows it to breathe and actually spray out. So normally when I take them off, just so you ain't got stuff sloshing around, normally just tape over them. Again, that way you don't have stuff sloshing around, but it'll kind of create a vacuum if you like press the button, and so it won't necessarily work the same way while the tape is on it. Does that make sense? We can poke a hole in it though. All right, so you will still have your cup holder.
Okay.
Everything will still work. Everything will still work. It'll just be bare. Yeah, y'all wild for
the car show from this weekend, the Fast and Furious Festival, until August. So we're not even going this weekend. So I'm like, well, that works perfectly to come back next weekend.
Are y'all gonna be? So you got that show this week, the next weekend, Jack show. Are you gonna be
coming down to Clean Culture?
Yes.
Yes.
So
we just found out about that one today, actually.
But you're gonna be here for that?
Yes.
So then y'all gonna be at my booth?
Yes. For sure.
So yeah, I'll set that up, because yeah, I got a booth. Technically I'm allowed at this point like 6 or 7 cars. It was gonna be 4, and then Nick, the guy putting it all on, was like, literally right after I paid, he was like, oh well, if you want to have a couple extra cars, you can. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
Explaining what I'm doing, just because, you know, I know y'all got YouTube and stuff. So so we're pulling all this stuff out, right?
Okay.
Interior pieces. These cars look put together, and they are, kind of, right? Pretty much all interiors, whether it be a Honda Civic up to even a brand new Corvette or whatever, it's all just push pins, majority of the time. Even up to an R8, 458. I mean, we've taken apart a lot of stuff, and it's kind of just different levels of push pins. That's the best way I can explain it. So more about it just knowing where to pull.
Okay.
You just got to pull hard enough.
Okay.
You just got to know where to pull. That's how you don't break things.
Okay.
So these being mass produced, this is pretty much set up the same way as an SXT, even though this car cost a lot more. These pieces are pretty much the exact.
Oh, babe, put a bed in the back.
There you go. All right. So again, just so you know, your viewers know what's going on. So Ryan, I got to pull this piece off first. So this shifter, and unfortunately we dealt with some not foam ones, but essentially there's just one little screw that holds that on. So then you pop that, and then you got this, right? So it's just
okay,
like this.
Okay.
That's the best way I can explain it. So yeah, you got to disconnect it, because it's all electrical.
Hi.
So we pop that out.
Yeah, Moody Cat gonna look a little disabled for about a week.
It will, but it'll all work. That's the beautiful part. So now we got that out, we can actually pop this out. And again, same thing. It's just knowing where to pop it. That's all it is. Now up here you do. I mean, you can pop most of this by hand, honestly. Back here, you kind of got to use a tool on it.
So is the carbon fiber, is that also getting dipped?
Which one? What you talking about?
The whole thing.
Oh yeah, this whole thing.
Okay, so yeah, it's all getting dipped, babe.
Now, mind you, if y'all want, and that's the thing, I know you're down for a surprise, but if you want, we can do less of a surprise on the interior, and you can actually pick something for it. Because for the engine bay, obviously we can go a little crazier.
Okay.
But interior, I like to try and keep. Normally we go for kind of an OEM look for interiors, like an upgraded OEM look.
Okay.
Just because, I don't know, it's interior, it's what you're looking at more often. Engine bay, you can go crazy and never get tired of it. Interior, if you go too crazy, you might be like, oh well, it's a bit much. But at the same time, obviously looking at the car itself, I'm one of those
It's
things,
a bit
man.
crazy.
It's a bit crazy, right? So you can do whatever. A lot of them have that kind of like squishy plush leather. It's kind of, It looks like this, but it's a little squishier. It's the best way I can describe it. You've actually got the leather. So we have to be a little more cautious when pulling to make sure we don't do any damage to it. But these, although pretty much the same setup, the Challengers are way easier, in my opinion, to take apart than the Chargers, because they use these little orange plastic clips, whereas the Chargers use aluminum clips. And what happens is they'll get stuck on the padding. Kind of a pain. But I can pretty much guarantee, and you'll see, if this hasn't been pulled already before, there's, I think, a total of 13 of those little orange clips that kind of make their way around. Normally over here by the screen, what happens is they'll get stuck. And then I'll show you a little technique when I have to. I've done enough of these, is what I'm trying to tell you.
So how do you know if it's been pulled or not? By the clips in them?
Yes. So, and you can see kind of how it's just popping. Now again, it's more knowing where those clips are. Come on. Kind of gotta, it's like fishing.
You gotta hook the fish.
You gotta know where you're going with it. So it's not really doing what I need it to do. So we're gonna have to use this guy. I'm gonna go up to this one.
Hi, how are you?
Good one, I'm about to take off.
All right, you like this one? They like your car?
This shit hot. I was flagging on them when y'all was to NYC Protocol.
Okay. How long you been in Atlanta?
They only like your car.
No baby on board. I pulled up. Okay.
What I like to do is take all this silver and chrome and use that as our accent color. For this process, we fully remove this trim piece here. That allows us, 1, to get a clean dip, 2, to prep better down in there, and 3, so that way we can, what I do is I make just this area gloss black, because that gives a really kick-ass reflection off the gauges. And then this trim here, we doing whatever we do on there, and it just gives, overall it shapes the part really nicely.
Okay.
And again, makes it look like an expensive OEM option.
Okay. Yeah.
I threw in a little creative way, but they always get stuck in there.
Oh.
Every single time. I don't know what's up with them. But yeah, we maintained all the other ones.
Oh, you gonna be naked Moody Cat for a little while.
Just a little bit. And then we leave these vents with you, so you can hold on to them. Yeah, so I mean, you can set it right there, but you know.
You still cute.
It's perfect.
There we go. Perfect.
His name is Mike. We're doing a big project, very big project on his, and he was like, man, you're welcome to take it home. So I did take it home. It was a good
Okay.
time. I didn't go too crazy, right? Mike's a longtime friend, so I knew he would be okay if I played a little bit with it, but nothing crazy. The only thing he said is he said, I better not be getting any videos of you racing and losing. He said, if you're racing, you better be winning.
First.
All I had to do was look at it for a second. And that fits in there perfectly. Look at that. Can't beat it. So like I said, I need to grab a couple other little things, and then I'm going to steal this. So we take this out, and we do that with the accent color as well. Of course, we'll leave the SRT with the little Hellcat guy on there.
Okay.
But we'll go ahead and get rid of that chrome there. That way there's pretty much no chrome left in here. But
Okay.
I do get asked all the time, oh, can you do my door handles? Only if you want to pay me, because that door panel has to come off. So it's normally not worth it for how small that piece is.
Okay.
I'd rather drive in a Honda.
Why?
Cause your car all ugly in the inside.
Nope. She just naked.
Still put some clothes on. Booty cat.
She don't like her bear. Her bear booty.
No. I drive my hog left. He ain't come back.
I'll tell you one day where he went.
Where the Lambo doors at?
Still waiting on him to come in. They said, so like I said, it's not Curtis or any of their faults. Like anything coming through FedEx and all that stuff right now, you really can't.
Oh no, I definitely didn't mean it in that way. I just meant like, I need the Lambo doors. I totally forgot that you're actually getting.
Oh yeah, for sure. I ordered them a month ago, so.
Yeah, I know they've been delaying.
Kinda didn't get to start when we wanted to, but now, like I said, we've been, just in the past week, we've been to 4 different states. But we're just trying to enjoy it. Yeah, so we got to meet her, and she was actually down to earth, really cool, really awesome. Just met her Sunday at the drag strip at the Hemi shootout event. But she said if she's available, she'll come out to it and stuff. You know, that would be really big for me as an accomplishment. So
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah. Oh, you got it.
No.
Oh.
Yes, it's in the dash. I always keep spares because that happens often. So we popped it out quick, very quickly. Yeah, it's in the dash. No doubt.
Got it. Well, this is how she gonna look for a little bit. She's still cute or whatever.
Yeah. So like I said, everything works.
Everything.
Everything works. So you can still launch it if you feel like it.
Just the air conditioner might come out at me.
Right. So those vents will still blow, but I don't know if you'll have as much control. It's just too, and that's the thing. Like Dodge, I know they're trying to do a better job, but
View Connect sucks.
It's too easy to like
Steal the cars.
And especially here in Atlanta, it's crazy how fast they can. I mean, I'm surprised they're still driving. Normally those things just get stripped instantly. Like if they've got a 12-hour window, you'll find that thing that's just going to be cut up. There's going to be no interior. You're just going to have a frame, and not even, you won't have the fence. They might even take the quarter panels. These guys are crazy.
That's what everyone kept saying.
And it's all just instantly.
some video.
We'll give y'all a sneak peek, but I'm not.
So this is what we do to your pieces, right?
Oh, you strip it.
We strip it. So this is all, I believe it's like a polymer. Don't quote me on that. But basically then they put an aluminum clasp over top of it, right? So you can see we remove that trim ring there, and then we get it down to the bare metal. That allows us to make sure we have a great adhesion to it. If
Okay.
that makes sense. So yes, we spend the time to strip that all the way down. And can I see that other one too? So, and again, just like yours, so we're not done with this one yet, but we're getting that down to the bare metal as well. So again, we take that out. That's to make sure we can prep everything that we do. And then we're going to take all these areas, and that's where we're going to add the accents too. So that gets stripped
okay.
down. And you've got, so like these are the radiator pieces, right? These may look not that different than what you've got, but there's probably, my guys probably have, Alex, how many hours y'all got in just these 2 pieces? 4 or 5? 4 or 5 hours just in these pieces. Why do you they could be a little quicker?
I didn't ask him about being on camera, so I'm like trying to keep it down. Like,
Yeah, it's straight. But so basically what we did is we got rid of all the finite texture that was on here. You won't even notice it. You really want it.
Okay.
But, here, we'll look just because we got more. Alex, you're good to keep going on those? Honestly,
I'm right. That's an arm, not dead.
you're good, dude. So, mind you, these are a little dirty. But you see all this little texture that it's got going through here, right? See how this does not have the little texture going through there?
Okay.
What that's going to do is that's going to, 1, help us with adhesion, but 2, that's going to give us a nice glass finish. It's going to help us get a glass finish. There's other ways to achieve it if you have texture.
Okay.
High build primers, things like that.
Okay.
But basically, it's going to start with that prep. And
Okay.
getting it smooth. Clock it out. Nice. So yes, and we're gonna, so again, all that's getting stripped down the same way with these. This kind of has like a fingerprint texture, right?
Yeah.
That's all gonna get taken out completely too. So
Okay.
again, that's gonna help us achieve adhesion as well as make sure that end result is that smooth glass finish that you're looking for. Automotive base coat. Nice thing, there are specific hydrographics paints, and those are great paints. Those are adhesion promoter, primer, and base coat all in one.
Okay.
But the reason I don't tend to use them is because you're limited with color
Okay.
by using true PPG paints, which is automotive paints. And we can do whatever color you want. I can match the color on a car. I can get your paint code. I can take a piece and send it off. Now my painters are phenomenal, or my paint supplier is phenomenal, so they can do a great job with matching. Like I have people all the time who end up just going with a vinyl swatch I'll send that off to my painter. Like, we got some great shops in
Yeah.
Atlanta, and that's the thing, you know, I
Period.
try and share. I know all the good shops, and well, I don't know all the good shops, but I know a lot of the good shops and a lot of the bad shops in Atlanta. So if I can steer in the right direction, I try to. You know, 'cause I don't, like Curtis, fantastic. I pretty much, me and him share so many projects together because one, we both work on a lot of Mopars. Now we work on everything else, but Mopars just seem to love everything that we do. They like the doors, they like the lights, they like the hydrant, they like the wraps, they like the arrow, they like the bags. Like, that's what Mopars do, you know? I've had some bad employees, some guys who've taken advantage of my kindness. That's my problem. I got a kind heart, or I like to think I do.
I told him earlier, I appreciate it because of how much of a better boss he is than most people
For
that
sure.
I've worked for.
For
I
sure.
like yelling. Damn near everybody.
Appreciate it.
Vibes.